Aaron Eats, I'm gonna let you finish.
Get out.
But Big
This is
Mike.
canceled.
But Big Mike is the best ASMR food YouTuber of all time.
This isn't really ASMR, we're just talking.
Wait.
We're doing,
Welcome to Aaron Eats. I'm about
you
to...
have to be more soothing than that, like, welcome to Aaron Eats. I can just turn it up, you know? I'll just,
Can I get
real quick?
Can I get a live version of Aaron Eats?
Yeah,
right
that's
now?
what you're doing right now.
Oh my
Wait, what do
goodness.
you want to hear? Alright, we're reviewing Ballet Slippers by Animal Collective, their newest album.
It's a live album.
It's a live album.
Made up of old, like, material from the Merriweather Post-Pavilion
So
tour.
they didn't put that much effort in. First of all.
I mean, they put a lot of effort in on those shows.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Also, Panda, like, it's like songs from 4 different shows that are, like, merged together to sound like one show. So Panda did a lot
And
of
it
editing for
does.
that.
It does sound like one show. I didn't, until I was, like, reading the locations, I didn't, like, process that they were
Yeah, not a single
not
show.
the same show. So good on ya. Please
and-
introduce what we're eating.
Yeah, today we're eating strawberry jam on some Merriweather Toast Pavilion.
We were really proud of that.
So Animal Collective is like my favorite band, hands down.
Really?
And, yeah, I don't know
I
if anyone knows that.
know.
And Merriweather Post Pavilion's like one of my favorite albums of theirs. There's a couple I like more, but I get the respect. I think it's awesome.
It was my favorite for a while. I think it's like the most accessible.
Yeah, oh definitely.
That's probably why.
And it's also like the most fun, I think,
Yeah.
sometimes.
That was kind of the height of their career too, like arguably. In terms of popularity, not in terms of like their specific.
Not even like arguably. In terms of like sales and
They're objectively.
Mhm. This is really good.
I mean, this is really good. His grandfather made this jam. Shout out, Papa.
Yeah, you got it.
Was that
Yeah,
it?
you got it right.
Also.
Thanks, Papa, for this strawberry
Papa.
jam. Well, no, I was
Did you
really.
introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, I'm Micah.
This is Michael K. Young Gonzalez.
Michael K. Young. Big Mike, short for Michael K. Young, president of Texas A&M University.
Yeah.
No, I was really excited for this album because like I'm a really big fan of Animal Collective, but during the time that these shows were happening, I was like 9 years old, so
I was 12.
I didn't get to see them. Are we 3 years apart?
I think so. You're 20 though, right?
Yeah,
So it's 2.5.
something like that.
Right? I don't know.
Maybe I would have just turned 10, because it was
Okay,
in the
yeah.
summer. No, it's right before I would have turned 10.
Oh. I wouldn't have been 12 yet. I was 11.
But
I turned 12 later that year.
a lot of the versions on this album like sound pretty similar to the original, but Animal Collective always kind of stretches their music out a bit more and it gets a lot more jammy. There's some
Yeah, that's the thing I was kind of gonna say. Like, I honestly don't like live versions of like songs except for when it's Animal Collective. That's like the one exception.
Yeah, they always just do more with it.
Yeah, and it's like it's a whole different experience. You know, it's not like, oh, they're just playing the same song. It's just now there's an audience and the recording sounds different.
Mm-hmm. And Merriweather Post Pavilion's already like such a fun album, so all these songs like translate really well live. And all the stuff that was already on Merriweather Post Pavilion, like stuff from that era, sounds pretty similar. There are like some changes, like in the Flowers, the bass drop it doesn't happen. There's not a big like explosive moment in the song. I know a lot of people have complained about that, but I think it's just something that they can't really recreate live, because when I saw them a couple of months ago and they did that song and there isn't, they kind of changed the transition into something else almost.
Yeah. So I want to ask how you feel about Guy's Eyes and Lying in a Coma
I mean,
on this album, because I know you're not like the biggest fan of those, the regular version.
I've grown to like those songs more.
Okay. I feel like Lying in a Coma, it became like an ironic liking, and then we've gone like full circle into like, okay, I actually just like it now.
Yeah, well, that was when I was first getting into the band, and that song always like caught me off guard anytime I heard it because of the samples, the like boing. On Merriweather Post Pavilion, it caught me off guard. But the more I listened to that album, I already kind of started to like love Lying in a Coma, and the way it sounds on this album is actually really cool. It sounds a lot more raw.
Yeah.
And a lot more crazy, and not as cleaned up, which I think suits that song a lot. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
one of
like-
the more wild songs on the album.
It's like on this album, there's songs that like I didn't really pay much attention to, or like like they're not that. It's not that I don't like them. I just they're like whatever. And then this version of it made me like it a lot more.
Yeah, the version of Lion and Come on this is awesome. Like it's a lot more wild, a lot more like off the wall and just fun. And you can tell like Avi's like almost struggling to sing it. He's just going so fast and like
yeah.
It just puts a lot more of that like genuine energy into it.
I'm also happy they ended with Brother Sport. I think it's a good album closer, both on Merryweather and this.
The stuff I really want to talk about though is the songs that aren't Merryweather like era that were on here, because they're the ones they changed the most. So they have Who Could Win a Rabbit on here, which is from Sung Tongs, but it's completely different here. It sounds like a Merryweather song.
Though, like, I haven't really listened to Sung Tongs that much. I'm kind of like indifferent to it, and that was one that I hadn't paid much attention to that I really liked a lot on this album.
Yeah, no, it's a lot more like poppier and it's kind of like, you know, electronic. It sounds like it's an electronic song now. It sounds like a Merryweather song, and I think it fits really well as like a Merryweather song.
Yeah.
But the one specifically for me on here that I love just a ton is Banshee Beat, which is already one of my favorite songs. It might be my favorite song on Feels to begin with.
And Feels is your favorite album of theirs, right?
No.
Oh, not anymore? Or
no, it never was.
Has been? Okay.
Strawberry Jam is my favorite.
Okay. I thought Feels was your favorite.
It's my second favorite.
Okay.
We don't have time for a whole ranking right now. But the way it sounds on here is like very atmospheric and ambient, and like the emotion that Avi has in his voice on the whole song kind of like I think it's more powerful than the performance on Feels. Not that the performance on Feels isn't great. It's just he plays it up a bit more on here, and it like hooks you in, and just like it's like 10 minutes. So and the song doesn't change that much. It's mostly just like 2 chords, but it just emotionally like hooks you in. It doesn't feel like 10 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. That's how I felt with Daily Routine. I think I started crying when that one came on.
So Daily Routine on here is really cool too, because like the second half of the track, that's the really atmospheric part, is like probably doubled in length and slowed down a lot, and like he'll like play these chords and just they'll kind of be like silence for a little bit, and then he'll come in and be like in my bed, and then
like
everything
the
comes in
of
and
the song, and it's like
ooh yeah, it just feels great.
And that's a song that I have a lot of like personal memories attached to, so that's probably why I cried. But it's still really good regardless.
And then like I think like the showstopper here is the version of Fireworks and La Blakey Dress, which La Blakey Dress is like a song from Dance Manatee, which is a really, really, really weird album of theirs. Like it's the craziest of fans who love that one.
We have an original CD of that.
We do, yeah. I have a CD of it that I own, that I bought at a record store. But, yeah. So it starts off with the Blakey Dress, like the lyrics, but the kind of beat in the background sounds like Fireworks. And it kind of just this build up. And then finally the chord changes and Fireworks starts. And it sounds normal. And then like about halfway through the song, well, first of all, the performance is just great in general. It's really emotional. But like halfway through the song, it just kind of breaks down into like this really long guitar solo, and I never think of Animal Collective as like a guitar solo band.
Yeah,
like, you know, they're not like rockers or anything, but it's just like this.
That's what they do though. It's like you never think of them doing it, and then they do it, and you're like, oh, it's really good.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know, it just hooks you in. It doesn't. Once again, it's a 20-minute song. It does not feel like that.
Yeah.
And it cranks all the emotions up to as high as they can go, and pretty much it just takes these songs and makes them even more alive.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah.
How do we feel this compares to Live at 9:30?
I like it about the same, I think.
Okay, yeah. I agree. I think I like Live at 9:30 more, but that's because I've had more time with it. I think as I continue to listen to this one more, it'll be about the same.
There's also some songs like the Purple Bottle on Live at 9:30 is amazing, and that's just not here at all.
Yeah, but that's a really good song.
But the version of Brother Sport on Live at 9:30, I definitely like more than the version here.
Yeah, I would agree. How about
also the version of My Girls?
I was gonna say My Girls. Are they selling out by having that song on both albums?
I mean, Brother Sport's on both too.
Yeah. I mean, they're good songs. Like, that's okay.
But yeah, if you're an Animal Collective fan, if you're just a fan of just the Merryweather era at all, listen to this. It's awesome. If you're not, listen to Merriweather Post Pavilion, then come around and listen to this,
Yeah.
and then just listen to everything.
And if you don't like it, then don't talk to us ever again.
Yeah, you're not welcome here.
we hate you.
Okay, that's a bit much.
No.
I don't hate anyone who dislikes
I hate a
Animal
lot of
Collective.
people, so.
I don't hate anybody.
That's good. I'm glad.
And I don't think disliking Animal Collective would get you on my hate list.
No,
It would get me on.
I don't.
You would get me on my like I'd be
Opinions,
sad.
yeah.
I'd be sad.
Opinions of like popular media shouldn't deter your opinion of people, unless it's like really bad. Unless it's like Fight Club and like. I was gonna say Sugar Ray.
Wait, do you not like Sugar Ray?
No, I can't make fun of it because Parker. Yeah, I love Parker.
Honestly, that song Someday kind of fun.
Yeah. No, they have good songs. They're just fun to meme.
You say Sugar Gang? Alright, I think this video's gone on long enough.
We have to give it an arbitrary out of 10 rating. I
I
think I gave it a 7.
I'd probably give it like a 9.
Okay. So we'll average and we'll go 8.
8. We get an 8.
8 out of 10.
Thank you, Animal Collective.
Thank you, Aaron Eats.
Thank you, Big Mike. Wait, should we bring Nacho out? He's right.
Yeah.
I know people want to see him, so we'll.
Bring him out.
Do you think he wants to see toast?
He's like
really
unconscious, asleep.
Nachi, wake up.
That toast was good.
Nachi, oh look, I got him. He's really tired.
He looks
Nacho.
dead.
I promise my cat's alive. Here, Nacho, just look up at the camera a little bit. He's really sleepy.
That's our thumbnail.
This is so cute. I love him. Here's an animal to join. Oh, he's leaving. All right.
Nacho and the frog on your shirt are the Animal Collective.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.